Hey everyone, welcome to another ranking. Here's my ranking for the Terminator movies. Yes, the Terminator movies. Ever since I've been a kid, I have loved the Terminator movies. I've been a big Terminator fan, and there's been a lot of stinkers, but there's still some good ones, and there's enough movies for me to do a ranking. So here's my ranking of the Terminator movies from my least favorite to my favorite. Alright, coming in number 5 is Terminator Salvation. Yes, this is the worst Terminator movie. This movie is fucking awful. God damn it, McG. Fucking McG. I know what this movie was trying to do, trying to be like a war movie about the machines, the resistance and everything. But how do you fuck that up? Just make a good action movie and have some good characters. There was nothing good about this movie. Christian Bale was terrible in this movie. I could tell everyone knows the footage on set when he yelled at the guy. I could tell even Christian Bale was frustrated with this movie. And Sam Worthington, having him as your lead character is not a good idea. Because this is Sam Worthington. That's Sam Worthington. That's how bland he is. Anyone can do what Sam Worthington can do. He just does nothing. And he's just a bland actor. Just so monotone. And I was not into this movie. I hated this movie so much. This just didn't feel like a Terminator movie. It just felt like a generic sci-fi action movie. Even the action scenes weren't even that good. They were poorly choreographed, and the effects didn't even look that good. The CG didn't look good. The practical effects didn't look that good. And the performances were terrible. Anton Yelchin was terrible. Bryce Dallas Howard was terrible. Sam Worthington, Christian Bale, all fucking terrible. Mick G did a terrible job. He doesn't know how to direct a Terminator movie. He doesn't know how to even direct a good movie in general. This was a horrible movie. Didn't have good action. Didn't have a good story. All this movie had to do was tell a story about John Connor leading the resistance and fighting the machines. That's all this movie had to do, and it fucked it up. This is the worst Terminator movie. Coming number 4 is Terminator Genisys. Yes, Genisys. Correct that spelling, goddammit. And yeah, I saw this movie just this year, and the more I think about this movie, the more it pisses me off. Ugh. I hated this movie. This movie was fucking terrible. I know Arnold Schwarzenegger was back, and he was the only thing that was good. He's the only reason why this movie is at number 4, not number 5, because I hated this movie. This movie was terrible. The effects looked like shit. The CG Arnold looked terrible. The story made no sense. The trailer spoiled the whole movie, so watch the trailer, you know the whole goddamn movie, and it put Jai Courtney. Jai Courtney is worse than Sam Worthington. Jai Courtney is a terrible actor. He ruins everything. He ruins every franchise. He not only ruined Die Hard, but he had to ruin Terminator for all of us. He was the worst choice to play fucking Kyle Reese. Jason Clarke is a good actor, and I like that they made him play John Connor, but he was even bad. Just the director didn't know how to use these people properly. Emilia Clarke, yes, Mother of Dragons, Daenerys Targaryen, she was in as Sarah Connor. And she tried, but even she was terrible. The action was terrible. The effects looked like crap. I was so bored watching this movie, and I don't even know what this movie was trying to do. It just erased all the Terminator movies. None of the Terminator movies are canon now. This movie is the beginning of a new Terminator franchise, and I don't give a shit. I don't want any more Terminators. Terminator should just end and die right now, because there's only 2 good Terminator movies, and Terminator Genisys is not one of them. Coming number 3 is Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. I'm very mixed when it comes to Terminator 3. Do I like it? No. Do I hate it? No, but it's not a good movie. It's not good. The effects are kind of dated. Arnold looks like he's having a blast. Claire Danes puts an effort into it, at least. Nick Stahl as John Connor, again, puts some effort into it. They're not great, but they try. The TX, I didn't care about the TX. She had some pretty cool things, but she was pretty generic. She was no T-1000. T-1000 is always going to be the greatest Terminator villain. I love the T-1000. Robert Patrick did an amazing job. Terminator 3, it just didn't have James Cameron. You need James Cameron to make a good Terminator movie. If you want to make another Terminator movie, you want to start a Terminator franchise all over again, you gotta get James Cameron. This is his baby, this is his masterpiece, this is his work. When you don't get James Cameron, it just doesn't feel like a Terminator movie. That was the problem with Terminator 3. Some of the story was good, the ending was really good, the effects looked dated, the action was a little dated. There's some really stupid scenes, like that scene when Arnold takes the glasses and goes, "Talk to the hand." That was really dumb. And, there were some really stupid kills in the movie, and, there were just some weird and dumb things that were just pointless. Just pointless. But the performances by the leads were okay. The ending was really good. How they ended, how Judgment Day happened, that was really good. There was just so many misses for me. There was more misses than hits, but at least the hits were good. And since I'm a Terminator fan, I could deal with this movie. Like, if I marathon Terminator movies, I watch 3. Like, I watch 1, 2, and then 3, then I stop. I don't go to Salvation, and I will not go to Terminator Genesis. Terminator 3 is not a good movie. I don't particularly like it, but I don't hate it either, so... Coming number 2 is Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Yes, T2. Everyone knows that I like T2 a lot. I love T2. It's not my favorite Terminator movie. I love this movie, though. The effects still to this day hold up. The CG looks great. The practicality looks great. I love that Sarah Connor is a badass. I love John Connor as again. Edward Furlong was great in the movie. Arnold Schwarzenegger kicked ass. The T-1000 is the greatest sci-fi villain almost ever. He's fucking amazing. The liquid shits. He's fucking awesome. The one-liners in this movie kick ass. Come on, hasta la vista, baby. And just like the action's great, the characters are great. There's some emotional scenes like that. The scene when Arnold has to go in the lava in the end, he has to say goodbye to John Connor. It's sad. And he's like, I know why you cry, and it's something I can't do. Like, it upsets me still to this day. I cry over that. And there's a lot of good comedic scenes. There's a kick-ass soundtrack. You got some Guns N' Roses in there. And I love this movie. This movie, I always have a blast watching. Again, this is not my favorite Terminator movie because the only, like, minor issues I have is, like, there's a few, like, minor nitpicks, but, like, one thing I have is Sarah Connor. I love that she's a badass, but she's kind of an unlikable character. She's likable in the first movie. She's kind of a bitch in this movie, and I had a problem with that because she's supposed to be the hero. Like, John Connor's just a kid, so she's supposed to be, like, the hero, but she's kind of a bitch. Kind of a terrible human being, but... Yeah, I loved Arnold. Arnold kicked ass. And Linda Hamilton is a good actress, and she was still good. The acting was good. The action was great. The effects still hold up to this day, and it revolutionized CG just like Jurassic Park did. It's amazing. Love T2. And my number 1 favorite Terminator movie is, no shocker, The Terminator. The Terminator. I'll be back. I love Terminator. I love it. Everyone knows I've talked about this so much. I've talked about my time travel movies, my favorite action movies, favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. I've talked so much about Terminator. Everyone knows that I like Terminator 1 more than Terminator 2. I like the story better. I like the characters better. Sure, the action in T2 is better than the action in T1, but Terminator 1 was more of a science fiction movie, science fiction thriller. Like, this movie actually feels like a horror movie. Like, they got this T-101 after them. He's after to kill them. Basically, it's a survival movie. They have to survive from this robot. See, T2 was a straight-up action sci-fi movie. This was like a sci-fi thriller. Like, this was a chase, and it was fucking deadly. Like, if you get caught by that T-101, you got no other Terminator there to help you. You just got Kyle Reese. It's Kyle Reese, Sarah Connor versus the T-101. Arnold is great. He's very intimidating. He can be very menacing, especially like the scene where half his face off and he tells the truck driver, "Get out." And let's not forget, "Fuck you, asshole." I love the lines. I love the one-liners in this movie. Of course, the I'll be back. And I love Linda Hamilton and Michael Biehn. They're great in this movie. The chemistry between them two were really good. I love their back and forth with each other. I love the conversations with each other. I love the backstory. I love when Kyle Reese talks about the future. I love that he talks about, like, Sarah Connor, you're destined for so much. You just buy it. And yeah, Sarah Connor was kind of weak in this movie, but she was likable. You related to her. You liked her. She was charming. Linda Hamilton gave a great performance. Michael Biehn was amazing. Arnold Schwarzenegger was amazing as well. And, of course, that police station scene when Arnold fucking raids it. Awesome. Very good action scene. Really well done. And I love this movie. I love the first Terminator movie. It's a very, very solid flick. And, of course, let's not forget, you're a Terminator, fucker. Sorry, I just love the one-liners. I love this movie. The action's good. The characters are good. I know a lot of people like T2 better. I totally get T2 is an amazing movie. I just like the first Terminator better. It's my favorite Terminator movie. So yeah, that was my ranking of the Terminator movies from my least favorite to my favorite. So yeah, comment below, give me your ranking of the Terminator movies. Your ranking of the Terminator movies, your least favorite to your favorite. Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.